What happened inside the Rivers State House of Assembly on Monday, March 9, 2026 has become one of the most talked about moments in Nigerian politics this week, and the clip that is going viral across X, WhatsApp and every Nigerian news platform is so extraordinary that many people watching it for the first time simply cannot believe what they are hearing. A woman who was nominated by Governor Siminalayi Fubara to become a commissioner in Rivers State, a woman who was sitting under oath before the state legislature, looked the Speaker of the House directly in the eyes and explained why she has not paid tax since 2018. Her reason? She said, "I am a politician. I do not have work." 7 words, spoken under oath, on camera, broadcast on national television, and they have detonated like a grenade in the middle of Nigerian political discourse. The woman at the center of this moment is Mrs. Charity Deemua, one of 9 commissioner nominees submitted by Governor Fubara to the Rivers State House of Assembly on March 5, 2026, following his dissolution of the State Executive Council. The screening exercise, the first commissioner screening in Rivers State since President Tinubu lifted the 6-month state of emergency in September 2025, was supposed to be a straightforward confirmation process. Instead, it became a 2-hour interrogation that ended with 4 of the 9 nominees being rejected and with one exchange between Speaker Martin Amaewhule and Mrs. Deemua that has gone thoroughly, completely and perhaps permanently viral. Here is exactly how it unfolded. Lawmaker Borabari Lolo drew attention to Mrs. Deemua's tax clearance certificate during the screening, pointing out that the document showed no evidence of any tax payment since December 31, 2018. He asked simply and directly, "Are you exempted from paying tax?" Speaker Amaewhule joined the questioning, pressing her to explain. And Mrs. Deemua, sitting under oath before the entire Rivers State House of Assembly, gave her answer. She said she had not had a steady source of income in recent years. She said, "I am a politician. I do not have work." The chamber fell into a stunned silence, and then the speaker pressed further. "So, politicians do not pay tax?" He reminded her she was under oath. He asked, "You have not had any income from 2018 to 2026? That is what you are telling Rivers people?" She then attempted to explain that she had served as a commissioner in the Rivers State House of Assembly Service Commission and had briefly served as a local government caretaker committee member for 3 months in 2025 and that she was paid for it. The speaker pushed back. "Were you not paid a salary as a caretaker committee member?" She responded, "We were paid, but I protest, Mr. Speaker. The payment was not an income." Amaewhule was visibly frustrated. He told her directly, "Madam, that is not nice. You are misleading the 10th Rivers State House of Assembly." The exchange ended with Mrs. Deemua being among the 4 nominees the House declined to confirm. The Speaker announced in his summation that 4 nominees were dropped due to poor performance during screening and controversies surrounding their documents. 5 were confirmed: Tonye Belgam, Professor Temple Nofo, Dr. Peters Mwago, Lekwe Kenneth, and Sir Amariga Edward Hart. The 4 who were dropped, including Mrs. Deemua, Professor Datonye Alasia, Tamuno Williams, and Otonye Amachere, were sent back to the governor. If the drama coming out of the Rivers State Assembly and the broader story of how Governor Fubara is rebuilding his administration after the state of emergency is something you want to follow closely, please subscribe to this channel right now and hit that notification bell, because Rivers State politics is never short of extraordinary moments, and this week has been no exception. Now, let us zoom out and look at the bigger picture, because the tax clearance drama, as viral and entertaining as it is, sits within a much more serious governance and institutional context. The fact that a nominee for a position as important as state commissioner could appear before the legislature without a current tax clearance certificate is a failure of basic pre-screening vetting. Every Nigerian citizen, civil servant, trader, driver, market woman is required by law to pay tax on any income. Politicians are not exempt. The moment Mrs. Deemua said she is a politician and does not have work, she revealed an attitude that Nigerians have long suspected sits at the heart of Nigerians' political class: that public office is a status, a platform, an identity, not a job or a responsibility that carries obligations, including the obligation to comply with the same laws that govern everyone else. And what about the claim that being paid as a caretaker committee member is not income? Nigerian law defines income broadly: salaries, allowances, sitting fees, stipends. If she was paid for her role, that payment is income, period, and that income should have been declared and taxed. Here's the question for you today. Do you think the Rivers State House of Assembly was right to reject Mrs. Charity Deemua's nomination after her explanation that she is a politician and does not have work? And does her statement reflect a broader attitude you have seen among Nigerian politicians, that the rules and obligations that apply to ordinary citizens simply do not apply to them? Drop your most honest thoughts in the comments below. Share this video so every Nigerian who needs to see this exchange sees it. Like it if this breakdown gave you the full picture. And stay subscribed because Governor Fubara now has to decide whether to resubmit the rejected nominees or replace them entirely. And that decision is coming before March 17.